The sheer vast complexity of the spirit world is the same as the immense hugeness of the physical universe. The world of modern physics is dominated by Jewish theorists. Modern physics often put forward theories which have come straight from the pages of the Kabbalah. According to the mystical author Helena Blavatsky, the fabled kingdom of Atlantis was destroyed by groups of magicians who summoned demonic forces, eventually destroying a prehistoric civilization, which, some people believe, had crystal, plasma, electrical, and psychic technologies that eventually were used by the pharaohs of Egypt to build awe-inspiring buildings using giant granite blocks which even today's largest cranes would not be able to lift. According to Helena Blavatsky, the technologies used in Egypt were powered by energy drawn directly from the cosmos and the spirit world. Right now, billions of people are living in ignorance, whilst right before their very eyes, they watch the physical world being manipulated into violence, war, and chaos. Many rulers of the world are members of secret societies who summon demons and devils from the lower planes of the spirit world. The rituals of cults such as the Golden Dawn, World International Freemasonry, and the Knights Templar all originated with the teachings of the Kabbalah. The royal political elite have giant libraries, such as the Beinecke Archive of Rare Books at Yale University, which teach them how to summon forth and command the negative forces of the universe. we live in a democratic dictatorship. It is a dictatorship run by people who perform rituals. It is a dictatorship run by people who privately summon demons. That sounds difficult to believe, but it is the truth. Cuneiform tablets and cylinder seals made in ancient Iraq, the former kingdom of Babylon, tell the story of two extraterrestrial star gods coming to Earth and genetically manipulating mankind. These alien star gods were called Enlil and Enki. Their alien race was called the Anunnaki, which roughly translated means princes of the royal genetic seed. Worship of these alien beings takes many forms, and the royal political elite have built special temples and lodges all over planet Earth, where ceremonies are performed to invoke the spirit of the Anunnaki and other extraterrestrials. This film is about something so obvious that it stares us right in the face, but is never discussed openly. That is, that on every continent of planet Earth, there are giant temples which are aligned to the stars and planets. These temples are actually astronomical calculators, space observatories, and more importantly, they are places devoted to magical ritual. Massive stone temple complexes all over the world, from Cambodia to Mexico, were built for the same reason. These temples were used to summon spirits. The pyramids of Giza are actually astronomical computers, which are no less sophisticated for their time than our computers are for our age. These temples exactly gauge the precise movements of planets, stars, and constellations, so that elaborate magical rituals can be performed at specific times. This film exposes some of the highest secrets of the Kabbalah, Freemasonry, the Knights Templar, and the global network of secret societies loosely described as the Illuminati. These cults have perverted ancient rituals and now summon not just gods or angels, nor even just spirits of their ancestors, but these cults are summoning demons, and some believe they are even summoning the devil himself. The highest secret of the Hebrew Kabbalah, Aleister Crowley's Ordo Templi Orientis, and L. Ron Hubbard's Scientology cults is that magical ritual can be used to contact not only angels and demons, but also the spirits of extraterrestrials who inhabit other parts of the universe. One of the best sources of information about the spirit world comes from Eastern mystical author Swami Panchadasai. Swami Panchadasai's book, entitled The Astral World, was first printed in 1915. By understanding the spirit world, we can understand the goal of magical ritual performed by the global network of secret societies, witch covens, Freemasons, and Kabbalists. The spirit world is every bit as real as the physical world which we inhabit. Magical ceremonies work like computer programs, repeating the names of spirits in particular orders, just like a computer language is actually a list of commands. These ancient rituals unlock the subconscious mind and open telepathic gateways to the spirit world. Sadhus, Sufis, and Gurus are Eastern mystics who teach that there are 7 great astral planes in the spirit world. The number 7 has therefore become one of the most important occult numbers. The lowest of these 7 astral planes is the so-called material plane, which is the physical world we live in. The second plane is called the plane of forces and is unlike the other 7 planes, as it contains the forces of nature, such as electricity, heat, light, kinetic energy, gravity, and the atomic forces which Jewish scientists discovered when they split the atom. In 1943, Robert Oppenheimer's team calculated the forces which would be unleashed from splitting a single atom. They became concerned that a global chain reaction would take place, igniting all the hydrogen and gases in the Earth's atmosphere and thus incinerating the entire planet. Nevertheless, funded by politicians and military officers who are traditionally members of Kabbalistically inspired secret societies, Robert Oppenheimer and his team of mostly Jewish physicists went ahead and exploded the first atomic bomb, which ripped apart the finer atomic forces of nature for the first time, creating a catastrophic shockwave, not just in the physical world, but also in the spirit world. The so-called Cold War created a worldwide psychological war of terror in the minds of every man, woman, and child, threatening to completely annihilate every living creature and even the planet itself in an orgy of atomic destruction.
We knew the world would not be the same. Few people laughed. Few people cried. Most people were silent. I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Vishnu is trying to persuade the prince that he should do his duty, and to impress him takes on his multi-armed form and says, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds."
The third plane of the spirit world is the so-called astral plane. The word astral is derived from Greek and it refers to the stars. Next is the fourth plane, often described as the mental plane. In addition to these four planes, there are three higher planes which are extremely difficult to comprehend to anyone who is on the lower four planes. Contemplation of these higher astral planes is the goal of many Buddhists. The higher planes are what Christians call heaven. Throughout history, Freemasons, Knights Templars, Satanists, Magi, wizards, shamans, voodoo doctors, Kabbalists, monks, and even popes have engaged in magical ritual in order to contact the spirits of dead people, demons, and the elemental spiritual forces of nature which reside on the astral planes. The spirit world, with its 7 individual astral planes, surround planet Earth, interpenetrating each other like a vast onion, where each layer of the spirit world vibrates at different frequencies. These frequencies correlate to the 7 astral planes of the spirit world and can actually be seen by clairvoyant people. These people have often been described as mediums, prophets, and oracles. One of the most successful prophets in recent times was Dr. Nostradamus, who used powdered nutmeg and other hallucinogenic herbs to aid his visions of the spirit world. In fact, the Holy Bible lists more than 30 hallucinogenic plants which are used in rituals around the world to see into the spirit world.
Swear. Swear that you will never speak with anyone other than those who have been initiated about what I will teach you. If you break this oath, you will be killed, not by the Inquisition, but by one of us. Do you understand? I swear.
Now, notice how the catch works. You will use it while I'm away.
these books. Here is Al-Khasalas' work, The Elixir of Bliss, in his own hand. There, scriptures of the Kabbalah, Solomon's Key. Many of them had the power to see the future. You must learn how they did that, so you can decipher your dreams. Nothing is accidental. Everything is according to God's law.
What is that?
It leads to the inner secret in yourself, and there you will see the future.
Not me.
Partly. I will tell you the exact formula later. You must be very careful. Too much can be poisonous. You have to let your body get used to it slowly. But then, your visions will be clearer.
What is that?
It's from our friend Leonardo. A machine that drives underwater. And this. An explosion greater than anything we know.
Psilocybin mushrooms are common in Northern Europe and were the ritual drug of choice for druids and Nordic shamans. So-called magic mushrooms, henbane, hemlock, belladonna, mandrake, Syrian rue, hashish, fermented honey, and, of course, opium, have all been used to see the spirit world. Mystics living in underground temples in ancient Greece ate fermented honey cakes in order to have visions of spirits. To this day, beehives are a secret symbol of Masonic lodges, which are part of the Bavarian Illuminati. Adam Weishaupt and the leaders of the Bavarian Illuminati ate hashish during rituals, a practice which was popular amongst the Jesuits of the Alumbrados cult in Spain. The effects of hallucinogenic plants, especially plants which contain DMT, dimethyltryptamine, reveal a very fine, transparent lattice which can sometimes be seen actually binding the objects and beings around you into a mesh of reality. This is known as the veil. Sometimes be seen shimmering and vibrating like a gossamer dusting over all surfaces. Shamans and magicians who use these hallucinogenic plants during rituals train their third eye, which is a term that refers to the ability to see spirits on the astral planes. The whole of planet Earth is covered with energy, which is known as the ether. This flows across the sky like an invisible weather system. According to Sir Oliver Lodge, one of the pioneer inventors of radio, the ether is actually a spiritual domain. and it interconnects with planets and stars right across the universe. The ether is the unseen, sacred life force which mystics speak of around the world.